Hey, how's it going? I know it's been a while since we've spoken, probably another 2 weeks. Um, Sorry, I'm like really sweaty. I just got done with a little workout moment. Um, Man, I'm drenched. I haven't hit it that hard in a really long time. But it was a lot of fun. Uh, there was kind of a reason, something that sparked it. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. I wasn't gonna say it. This is probably the only time I'll talk about it. But I went out on a run, um, which was nice. I haven't been able to run in a long time, and I was really getting into my own head earlier, so I decided, you know what, maybe it's time I revisit that because it used to be something I loved. It's something I used to clear my head, and when I had a lot of brain fog, it's something that helped me like zero in. And I was really unhealthy at one point. I was around, give or take, like 320 pounds or something like that. And probably what hurt me more than anything was not being able to run anymore. I don't know. It really saddened me to not be able to do, because I mean, I used to just love running, period. Like, I would just run. I would just go outside and just run. And I had so much fun tonight. And I kind of I jogged out something like 3 miles, and it felt really, really good. And you're probably wondering how I went from not being able to run to that. And um, I think I've mentioned I work a more physical job. I am a blue collar individual, I guess. I hate saying that. I feel like it's so I don't know. It almost feels like a like egotistical to say that, but I mean that's what I am. That's what I do. And I ended up losing a ton of weight doing that, and obviously I got in shape for the most part. So running today was like, it felt so good. Like, it felt so good. And before I get too far into that, I kind of want to talk about what drove me to it, because I was overthinking really heavily, and I've mentioned overthinking before. But I think the topic that really irked me um, was broken. No, I mean empty promises, because I've made a lot of them, and I've trusted a lot of them. But the issue is, what makes a promise empty? And this is kind of going to be like a rambling session because I'm working through it like live here or whatever. And to be honest, I don't think, I'm sure there's people out there that do, but I don't think I ever made a promise and knowing that I wasn't going to fulfill that promise. I think what happens is we get so ahead of ourselves, and we get so excited, and everything feels so doable, like you're on top of the world, and it feels easy to let a promise kind of roll off your tongue. It's like easy to just, the easiest thing to say is to commit something, is to promise. That's the easy way out, you know. I think I think what makes a promise empty ultimately is just the end result. And then we call them broken promises. But there's almost like a beautiful layer to that, to the fact that you promised something like that in the first place. The fact that you felt comfortable enough to promise something like that in the first place. The fact that you thought you were capable of something like that in the first place. And how empty really is that promise if there was so much intention behind it? How empty really was that? To have failed, is that a wrong committed against someone if you failed? When someone fails you after making a promise, does that effort they put into it, does that just null? Does that matter anymore? I think to myself, there people have made promises to me all throughout my life. I'm sure you've experienced the same thing. I mean, obviously, and I've always thought to myself, it's so disappointing whenever something doesn't go my way. Whenever that end result doesn't come true, and it's like I've been so stuck on the end result. I've been so stuck on the end result, and looping back, it's like I was unhealthy. I made a change in my life. I started a new job. I never even had the intention. I never even meant to be able to regain that ability of going out on a run. I never even considered it a possibility. And then today I needed to work through my feelings, and I said, fuck it, let me try it. And now I'm here, and it's like I didn't promise myself that, though. Would there have been a difference if I had that looming over me? Had I had that thought in my head of don't fail again. Don't disappoint yourself again. Would that have stopped me from getting to where I'm at right now in my life? I wrote something earlier, and I'm not going to pull it up, but it's just talking about I'm finally in a good place in my life now. But I didn't promise myself any of this. I didn't sit up there and make some grand fucking commitment. My calendar is week by week, day by fucking day. I had these goals set for myself when I was in my teens. I had all these fucking goals and aspirations. I had all this shit I put on myself. And it only made it that much harder to reach those things. And I think setting goals is important. I've mentioned on this channel before, setting goals is obviously, it's the road to success in a lot of ways. But promising these things, calling things commitments, it's such an easy way out. Because you've made that commitment, and now we're done. Well, I said I was going to. I told myself I was going to do it, so I'll do it at some point. I was out on my fucking run, and right now it's 12. It's 12 on the dot. I was out on my run, and it's dark as shit outside. And I'm telling myself, this next little dark spot, I'll sprint that out. And I come to it, and there's no escaping it. It's so short term. There's no escaping it. That crossed my mind of, it's not like whenever I tell myself, let's say I started to tell myself I got to go out on a run every day. It's so easy with so much of that time, with such a task, it's so easy to go, well, I said I was going to do it. I'll just do tomorrow. I already said I was going to do it. That's the easy way out. You see what I'm saying? Of like, we're so quick to go, and I had this conversation with someone near me. It's so easy to say, I love you back. It's so easy to tell someone you love them. It's easy. Because you're not cultivating anything. You're skipping steps. It's the easy way out. Finding something, a person, a way to cope, using someone as an excuse or even loving someone for the sake of being loved is so easy. It's such an easy way out. At what point are we making empty promises? At what point is it? How much intention is really behind some of this? Because I like I mentioned, intention. there's some beautiful promises I've made, and I had every intention of following through with them, and I didn't. I haven't. But then again, there's so many times where I've told myself there were things I was going to do, and I never fucking did it. And I told myself it was enough because I said I was going to. Well, I said I would go do it. I told you I was going to work on that. I said I was going to get better. Next time. I just didn't feel like going out today. How about next week? That shit's fucking easy. It's the simple. It's the easiest way of making yourself feel as though you somehow committed to something. There's next to no intention. It's easy. I could have sat today and sulked. I could have made a really poor decision that I would have regretted. I could have hit up a friend and dumped my feelings off to them. But instead, I said, okay, well, I need to go out in my car because I left my paycheck in there by accident. I'll take my running shoes. I'll dress up to run. I went out to my car. I looked for my headphones. They weren't in there. I said, you know what? I'm going to run anyway. Closed the door, went on the fucking run. Didn't tell a soul. Didn't plan on it necessarily. I had no music. I was just fucking raw dogging it. And it was amazing. It's the most at peace I felt in a really, really long time. And I wanted to share it with someone, but it felt like it wouldn't be mine anymore. But this first time, I'm going to brag on myself a little bit. Because I'm really bad at doing that. I enjoyed my run. I had a lot of fun. I sweat my dick off. I'm soaked. And it's been a long time since I felt like this too. I mean, outside of work. I was having trouble sleeping. I've been having really bad nightmares recently. But I don't think I'll have that tonight. I wish I could end off on like some huge, like some good like piece of advice, I guess. If there's anything I can really tell you is let your words be powerful. Because the more empty promises and weak commitments you make to yourself or to others, the less and less your words carry. The less value your commitments have. I got to a point in my life where my word meant nothing. And that hurt more than anything. That really hurt. Because I never thought I was that kind of person. And now that I'm finally back to being me again, I want the things I say to have meaning, to be powerful, to be full, as opposed to empty. So, say what you mean what you say, and really, really focus on doing. That's the only way I can really describe it. Just do it. Not a Nike ad, that sounded cringe. Don't tell anybody you're going to do something. Don't make it some social media circus show. Do things for you because they make you happy. I love you guys a lot. Thank you so much for listening. Someone, I don't know if I mentioned already, someone told me that, my video was really quiet. Um, well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it was a close friend of mine told me my video was really quiet, so I turned it up a good bit compared to other times. I hope it's not too loud now. If it is, I'll adjust it next time. I have a lot of videos I need to record for, and I'm done saying I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna upload them. Whenever I do upload them, they'll be up there. Not sure when I'll do it, but I think I'm just gonna have some fun playing Minecraft and splice the video together. How hard can it be? Um, yeah, y'all take care of yourselves. Drink some water, have a snack. If you're Catholic like me, have a good Lent. Take care. Do that. Do your little fasting. Whatever you gave up. What I'm saying? Keep it pushing. If you're a Ramadan enjoyer, and you're currently fasting, um, stay strong. You're doing a great job. Uh, it's not an easy thing to do, and as a Christian, I admire your devotion, and I wish I was um, half as devoted as you are. So I know that kind of took a turn, but it is that season, and I've been trying to take advantage of it to get closer, find that inner peace. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be one of those religion nuts, but everybody has their thing. Um, Again, take care of yourself. Have a good night. Take it easy. Um, or have a good rest of whatever period of time that you're currently on in the cycle that you operate in. I have no idea if you're watching what time you're watching this, but have a great rest of whatever time you're watching this at. Uh, See ya. Thanks for listening.